What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Here to bring you a video giving you my top 3 fighters to match up with Islam Makhachev after defeating Alexander Volkanovski last night in UFC 284. Let's get right into it. So if you didn't see the fight last night, Islam Makhachev defeats Alexander Volkanovski 48-47, 48-47, 49-46, unanimous win to remain the lightweight champion. He's on the longest win streak currently active in the UFC with 12, and it's a pretty good fight. I enjoy every moment of it. The people saying, oops, excuse me for that noise. The people saying Volk won, Volkanovski won 3 rounds. I don't get it. You know, he had some good moments in most of the rounds, but the main ones he won to me were 2 and 5. 5 was undebatable. 2 to me was undebatable. Fifth round he really dominated it, really. But other than that, though, I don't see how you can give Volkanovski more than 3 rounds. But in this video here, I'm going to give you my top 3 guys ranked, all in order. So option 1, 2, and 3, all in order of which fighters should be matched up with Islam Makhachev next. And just a heads up, there's no Conor on this list. I know Conor might be fighting Michael Chandler. Is that done deal? Is that a done deal? They're tough coaches or not? I'm not sure. I've read both ways that it's not quite done deal yet, or it is. But yeah, he's not on this list. I don't care if he wins 2 wins straight. I know the power of Conor. I know the storyline is there with him and Makhachev in an indirect way with Khabib a few years back. But there's no way in the world now he's gonna get a fight, last fight with Islam Makhachev right away. He's gonna need to win probably about 2 or 3 fights, and that's probably unrealistic right now. You know, they'll take about a year and a half to 2 years, depending on after fighting Chandler if it does happen, injuries and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens there. But number 1 option for me personally to fight Islam Makhachev next, clear as day, no question. My number 1 option, Benelli Dariush. I'll be hard pressed really to find someone else to go in this spot. Some say Volkanovski. I wouldn't mind seeing it too, and he's on this list. Just a heads up, Volkanovski is on this list, but there's no way in the world I will put Volkanovski over Dariush right now. This matchup is a must see. But the only thing holding up Dariush, honestly, is the report that he's matched up with former champion Charles Oliveira at UFC 288 on May 6th. That's the only thing that giving me cause to pause to put him number 1 on this list, because the timelines just don't fit. Islam will be we ready a lot faster than Dariush will. He will have to sit out and wait for Dariush. So that's the tough part about it. So all in likelihood, Dariush won't be the next contender for Islam Makhachev's belt. So in all honesty, it might be Volkanovski next, a rematch for the belt, the lightweight belt. But I really hope somehow, and we've seen Dana do this, drop fights and push and drop this Oliveira and Dariush fight. He's done them in the past with certain fights, not all fights. He doesn't do it all the time, but it does make it happen, So I wouldn't mind them seeing cancel that fight, honestly, and give a new matchup in Dariush versus Makhachev and make that for May or whenever, But most likely, that fight will definitely stand. There'll be a good fight also, Oliveira versus Dariush. But I would love to see, Dana step in and say, nah, we're good. Let's go ahead and cancel that, scrap that, give Oliveira somebody else, and let Dariush fight for the belt, maybe June-ish, But that's likely. That's very unlikely, honestly. Next, I'll say Dustin Poirier. I like Dustin Poirier next in line behind Dariush at number 2. And obviously Volkanovski is number 3 on this list. But I like to see something different. The fight was good between Volkanovski and Makhachev, but it definitely a little to be desired, honestly. Size did matter in this matchup here. But yeah, I would love to see Poirier. Excuse me for that noise. My email is set up on my laptop. Disable that. Sorry about that. But I would love to see Poirier next. Decent ground game, good hands, great hands by Poirier. I'd love to see him strike and try. He fought Khabib once, and I think he had a great shot at beating Khabib. Didn't quite happen, But I would love to see him try to right his wrongs here and fight with Khabib Jr. or Khabib too. How people, some people view Islam Makhachev as, So I wouldn't mind seeing that honestly. To see if he can right his wrongs here, which he might can. He probably can. It might be just a waste of time. But I would love to see him at least try. Because Poirier was kind of close to, in certain moments in that quick fight versus Khabib a while back. Now, he was close to doing some damage to him. He was close to really hurting him and close to trying to finish it. So I won't mind seeing it there for Dustin Poirier, number 2 option behind Dariush. And last but not least, as I said multiple times already, Alexander Volkanovski at number 3. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to see a rematch of this one right away, but we might have to. Depends on where things go. Like I said, Volkanovski did fight him well. He had some good moments. I thought Makhachev really, he really didn't or underestimated Volkanovski's ground game. And I think Volkanovski underestimated Makhachev's hands. So I think with those two going on, they just had a feel for each other. I wouldn't be surprised if Volkanovski beats Makhachev the next time, honestly. It would make sense. He's a great fighter, one of the best obviously pound for pound, one or two right now. And I was still. I know Makhachev beat him, but I would still keep him one. I really would. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's just me. But size does matter. Makhachev did beat him, so if he goes down to 2, cool. But yeah, I like Volkanovski in the rematch. Honestly, I think he'll right his wrongs. He'll figure out the errors that happen, and he could beat him. He definitely could. I think it'll be another decision. Honestly, if they do go a matchup, the second matchup, I think he'll definitely win that decision via split. That's my early prediction for that. But yeah, I would love to see 2 other guys go at it first with Makhachev. But it is what it is. It definitely could go Volkanovski, and if he loses, then you see Dariush or Poirier get that matchup. Then that's to me worst case scenario. Just I want to see something new, but all in actuality, that could be the best fight first. With Volkanovski and Makhachev too. So we'll see what happens. But that's my personal list: 3, Alexander Volkanovski; 2, Dustin Poirier, my number 1 option. If Bennett can come in and step in and cut off the fight between him and Oliveira, that'd be Dariush versus Makhachev is my dream matchup next. So that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. But the only thing holding up Dariush, honestly, is the report that he's matched up with former champion Charles Oliveira at UFC 288 on May 6th. That's the only thing that giving me cause to pause to put him number 1 on this list, because the timelines just don't fit. Islam will be we ready a lot faster than Dariush will. He will have to sit out and wait for Dariush. So that's the tough part about it. So all in likelihood, Dariush won't be the next contender for Islam Makhachev's belt.